Greetings everyone, wherever you are, you're most welcome to my show once again. Today, the topic for today is learning Chichewa language with excellent explanations and perfect pronunciation of words. Then, first of all, let's go to the background. The background is that Chichewa language is found in East and Central Africa, predominantly in Malawi, Zambia, Tanzania, Zimbabwe, and Mozambique. Okay. So parts of Zambia, parts of Mozambique, parts of Zimbabwe, and parts of Tanzania, that's where you find Chichewa language. But in these other countries, it's actually known by other different names, but it's all the same language. So in Malawi, it's the most predominant language. It's the national language, right? It's called Chichewa or Nyanja language, Chinyanja or Chichewa language. So when you are in Malawi or you are in Zambia or in Zimbabwe or Mozambique, you are likely to come across a language familiar to Chichewa or Chinyanja. Okay, in Zambia they call it Chitonga language, and in Zimbabwe they also call it Chitonga language, and there are other names that I'm not familiar with. There are other names also, but it's the same language. And in Mozambique they call it, I think if I'm not mistaken, they call it Nyachusa language, but it's the same language. It is the same language. Alright, so Chichewa or Chinyanja language. So in every language, the most important thing to learn a language is to learn a greeting, how to greet someone in that particular language. So this is what we're going to start with. So before I go deep into Chichewa itself, okay, I have to explain that there are two types of greeting in Chichewa or Chinyanja language. I know that yes, of course, in many languages there are two types, but in other languages there is not much a difference between any greeting. Any types of there are not many types of greeting. You can only find one, but because of evolution, maybe sometimes find the language evolves, and you may find that you can get two types of greeting. So in Chichewa, the first type of greeting is formal greeting, and the second one is informal greeting. So in this presentation, I will not dwell much on informal greeting because it's tricky. It is tricky because it requires advanced user. You need to have some skill to be able to conversate in the informal greeting or informal conversation. The reason is that if you are not a Chichewa speaker, or you do not have good study of Chichewa or good training, you may end up offending some people when you are using informal greeting. And this is the case in French as well. I know about French, I'm not sure about Portuguese or other languages, but English is not much. But Chichewa language, in terms of the category of greetings, is the same as French. Okay, yeah, there are two types of greeting, the formal and informal greeting, exactly the same in French language. Okay, so first of all, the most important thing, the most important greeting, okay, that you need to know in Chichewa is morning. Right? Morning. Anywhere where you go, anywhere across Malawi or across the countries where they speak Chichewa language, all right, you can use this way, okay? Morning. You stretch your hand, okay, and you hold that person a hand, say morning, all right? The same, it is almost like the same word that we use in English when you say good morning or morning, all right? But the difference is that in English, when you say morning, you're talking about you are greeting someone in the morning, all right? But in Chichewa, when you say morning, that one is a general greeting, like hi, hello, okay? That one is just, you're opening the conversation, morning, all right? Anytime, even at night, you can use that morning, okay? Then the person will answer you, a morning. I want to explain here now. You see, a or eya in Chichewa language mean yes or yes of course. Alright, yes of course is a positive feeling or is a acceptance. A yes of course. A morning. Morning. A morning. See, that person will answer you. A morning. Then that person will greet you back, or you will greet him further, alright, and say Muri Wanji. Okay? Like I said before, we are dealing with only formal communication for now. Okay, I will explain about informal later on, but I will not dwell on it much because it's tricky. So, Muri Wanji. Alright? Muri Wanji. So here also I have to explain. Okay, but before I explain, I must explain the meaning of Muribanji. Muribanji is how are you? How are you? Muribanji. How are you? All right. So the other person will answer you. Ndiribuino kaya inu. Meaning I'm fine. And you? I'm fine, and you? Ndiri bwino kaya inu. So I have to explain here. Bwino, muri bwanji. You see, there we have bwanji and bwino. Most people learning Chichewa for the first time, they struggle with to pronounce words like bwino, bwanji, bwera. Okay, these are Chichewa words, kwera, gwera. These are Chichewa words that are partnered with W, so you have bwino, alright, bwera. You see, these are they would end up saying bino, bela, because they can't mobilize enough energy to say bwino, BW. Okay, so if you happen to be maybe learning Chichewa and you would like to be pronouncing perfectly, I can give you a tip on how you can deal with words that have W. It's easy, so simple. Just for yourself, split the word. For example, bwino, split it into two. Let B on its own and W on its own. Okay, try to split it. B, which vowel is easy for you to pronounce after B? For example, you say, all right, it's E, then you can say be, all right, be, all right, be. So you will come and say be we know, okay, be we know, all right, be we know. Or you say no, the easiest vowel that I find it comfortable to pronounce after P is U. So you say buwi, buwi no. So from there, when you if you practice, you will say, you will be like buino. Then when you pronounce faster, okay, you mix those words faster, you will see that you will be perfect in pronouncing that word buino. You see, buino. You see, in the end, you see you're perfect in pronouncing the word buino. The same way like banji, buwa, buwanji. Okay, buwanji. Muri buwanji. You see, muri buwanji. That is a question How are you? I'm fine. And how are you? Ndiri bwino. Kaya inu. Okay. And you? And what about you? Okay. So that one is a general greeting that you can greet anyone in Malawi anytime. Okay. In the morning, afternoon, at night. Okay. It's a general. It's something like, hello, how are you? Okay. I'm fine. And how are you? I'm fine too. So muli bwanji ndiri bwino kaya inu nanenso ndiri bwino. So you close there. Okay. Nanenso ndiri bwino. Me too, I'm fine. Okay. Nanenso ndiri bwino. Me too, I'm fine. All right. Yes, but you don't close in Malawi without thanking. Okay. You must thank everywhere, everything. You must be grateful. You must thank. So you come and say zikomo kwambiri, and that person also will say zikomo kwambiri, meaning thank you so much. Zikomo kwambiri. You see, now we have a kwambiri. Kwambiri, there must be KW, right? You see, we also encounter KW. There is W there. So like I said before, that Chichewa is one of the languages maybe in the world where they use W a lot, and you will encounter it a lot. So it's one of the languages that you will find them very challenging to pronounce any word partnered by W. So most of the people, actually, it's very easy to notice that this person is not a Chichewa speaker. Definitely on how that person pronounces BWs, or on any word that has W's, they struggle a lot. That's why I had to give this tip that no, it's easy. Just split the words and try to pronounce them and try to practice them, okay? And try to mix them close together. You see that you find it very easy. All right, so, all right, then that is basically the general greeting in Malawi. General greeting in Malawi. So from the general greeting, let's try to go to specific greetings based on time: morning, afternoon, and at night. Okay, how can you greet someone in Chichewa? Okay, in the morning, and what about afternoon and at night? Okay, so in the morning, okay, you say the same thing, all right? Morning, all right? But instead of saying muli bwanji, because it's in the morning, you choose to say mwadzuka bwanji. See, mwadzuka. You pray. The wording is the same. The sentence is the same, but you just replace muli with mwadzuka bwanji. Okay, there are two words. You say mwadzuka bwanji or mwauka bwanji. Mwauka. Okay, mwadzuka bwanji. Kuuka is like waking up, standing up, getting up, or rising up. You see, kuuka or kudzuka is the same, like getting up, waking up. It's the same. So it's mwadzuka bwanji or mwauka bwanji. That's the greeting in the morning. But also the same morning, there is another greeting where they say, okay, kwacha bwanji. Kwacha bwanji. Kwacha is like unveiling or the dawning, right? When the day is unveiling in the morning, okay? So they say kwacha. It's like it was dark, it was at night. Now it's no longer at night. It's coming during the day. So how is the morning? Right? How is the morning? Kwacha bwanji. You see, someone can ask you like that. It's the same like mwadzuka bwanji, or the same also like mwauka bwanji. Okay, but in this case, when they say kwacha bwanji, they usually they generalize it to mean all your place, okay? Maybe your house, okay? Or the whole place, okay? Someone can ask you that, kunyumba wachabwanji, meaning that your home, okay, your family, or your home, okay, at your home or in your town, all right? How is it? How is the morning, the whole town? And you say, it's fine, all right? It's okay, all right? So, mwauka bwanji, mwatsuka bwanji, wacha bwanji, okay? Those are the greetings of the morning, specifically in the morning. And how do you answer? Okay, mwauka bwanji, ndatsuka bwino, kaya in. You just in this case, you just replace ndatsuka bwino. So I need to explain something about this. The first personal pronoun and the second personal pronoun, you need to know them very well. In Chichewa language, you get this very well. Anywhere when you're listening to people talking or the explaining stories, and they're saying da 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 di da da de de da de, that is first personal pronoun, okay? Any word that is coming after first personal pronoun, right? For example, ine, all right? That is personal pronoun. Like ine is me, right? Me, myself. Ine and so, okay? That one is just an emphasis, okay? Me too. Ine and so, okay? To, me too. Ine means me, all right? Or I, something like that. But now in this case, when they say ine ndadzuka, okay? Ndadzuka, you see, they're starting with nda, okay? Ndadzuka, okay? So every first person after first personal pronoun, the verb that comes next need to be nda, nde, di, like that. Okay, that one is positive. Now when it comes to negation of that, okay, there is, you start with Cindy, okay, S, you start with S, all right? So it becomes like Cindy funa, Cindy navite, sa kundifuna, S, sa, all right? That becomes first personal pronoun negation, all right? Negative, all right? First personal pronoun positive verb is da, di, da, di, da, di, da, something like that. When you listen to people talking Chichewa and da, just know that he's talking about himself, all right? He's explaining a story about what he did. When he say Cindy, Cindy, just so that it's negative. Oh, I did not. It's not me. All right. That's all about Chichewa. So ndatsuka bwino kaya inu. Okay. Ndauka bwino kaya inu. Okay. So that is the greeting for the morning. So you go the same circle. Nanesu ndatsuka bwino. Ziko mkwambiri. Okay, meaning thank you so much. Then from there, but the difference comes with kunyumba wacha bwanji. Like I mentioned before, I said this one is a general greeting, but in the morning, if someone asks wacha bwanji, maybe he's talking about the whole town. But how is the morning on that side? How did it dawn today? Was it okay? All right. So how do you answer that question? Okay. So that one, you don't come into personal pronoun because it's not about you, it's about the whole town. Okay, so you go straight. Wacha bwanji, you also go straight. Wacha bwino. You don't say you don't say ine wacha bwino. Okay, all right, you can say like that, no problem. It's not a mistake, but it sounds okay. Okay, but it's not grammatically correct. You have to say wacha bwino straight. Wacha bwino kaya inu. Okay, kunyumba. Okay, and you say, he will say nane so. Okay, kwatu wachabu. Ziko mkwambi. Okay, so that's all about Chichewa. What about afternoon? Okay, greeting in the afternoon. So how do you greet someone specifically afternoon? Okay. Afternoon we say mwaswera bwanji. Mwaswe. You see? There we have two W's. Mwaswera bwanji. So in Chichewa we use L, W, L and R. I know like in Shona they don't use, there is no L. Okay, I know that. In many languages there some words don't exist. Like in Chichewa also there are some words that are very unique to Chichewa. Like for example there is W with a cap, okay, where you cannot find any other language in the world. Okay, I know the whole world. There is no, I have not heard about it. W with a cap. Okay, I'll talk about that one in another session, because this one teaching Chichewa or learning Chichewa, I would like to make it a long series where we have many episodes of learning Chichewa, many things, everything about Chichewa I'll be able to explain, to teach people, to let people know about Chichewa, because it's a very powerful language as well, coming from Swahili language, because Chichewa language is known originally to have come from the Bantu Swahili language. Okay, so ndaswela kaya inu, ndaswela kaya inu, nda, when you say ndaswela kaya inu, so that person will answer you. When you say ndaswela kaya inu, it's the same like, how is your afternoon? And you say, it's fine. And you? Good afternoon, how are you? Fine, how are you? Okay, ndaswela kaya inu, ineso ndaswela zigo. What about evening? Evening greeting in Chichewa. Evening greeting, you go like mwatandala bwanji, mwatandala bwanji, mwatandala. So let me say something about this. You see, we said muri bwanji. That one we are talking about second personal pronoun. You are talking about the other person, mu or mwa, mu mwa. So mu mwa, you are talking about that person, but not this one is formal language. Okay, formal meaning that is a plural. Okay, when you say formal is respectful, is plural. Like I said before, there is also informal language is different. All right, but this one I don't want to teach people because I can confuse you. If you get confused, definitely you may be a bad Chichewa speaker, because you may end up using this language and some people will be offended. So, yeah. So, all right. So, mu, mwa. Okay. When you call someone mulibwanji, mwadani, okay, is a respect. Okay. That approach is the respect of that person. Is like, is a plural. It stands for many people or an elderly person, right? Not a baby, not a kid. See, that is the most important thing to know. So mwaswera bwanji or mwatandala bwanji, in the evening, mwatandala bwanji. So how to answer that one, mwatandala bwanji? In the evening, so you say ine ndatandala bwino kaya ino. Ine ndatandala bwino kaya ino. All right. So if you are a group of people and you would like to answer that one, how would you say? You say ife da, not ife da. Okay. So when you are many, you say ife da dandala, da dandala. Okay. But if you are alone, you say ine da. So you see the difference. Da and da. You see difference. Okay. All right. Let's go further to. Yes, from there I wanted to, now let me just give a little shot of the informal communication. Okay, like I said before, that I will not teach this one. I will not teach very much because it's very risky. So informal is used to communication with a person you are so familiar with, okay, is your friend, all right? Or is used with communicating with kids, all right? Like school children, all right? You can address them, all right, with informal communication. So, like for example, I said morning. Morning is the same. Morning everywhere is the same. Even in the classroom everywhere, morning. Morning means hi in Chichewa language. So instead of muri Wanji, okay, in informal communication we don't say like that. You say uri Wanji. We remove that M and you say uri Wanji. Okay, and that person will say ndiri wino. Okay, the answering will be almost the same. All right, uri Wanji, because this informal communication, informal greeting is singular. Okay, everything you put it like singular. See, formal communication, everything you put it like plural. Everything is plural. So that's the major difference that you should get to understand. So uri Wanji. So it is the same way when you say in the morning. How do you greet someone in informal greeting or informal conversation? Wa zuka Wanji. Wa, you will not say ma, you say wa zuka Wanji iwe. You see, iwe means you, but this one is informal or singular person. So while the formal one is inu, right? So it's different. So wazuka Wanji, that's zuka gaya inu. Okay. How is the morning? How did you wake up? Okay, I woke up very well. Thank you so much. All right. Similarly, we said in the afternoon, mwaswera Wanji. In informal communication, singular. We don't say mwaswera Wanji. We say wa swera Wanji iwe. See? So similarly, in the evening or at night, mwatandala Wanji, we say wa tandala Wanji iwe. All right. So that one is informal and singular communication. So I'm not very much on that one. All right. So let's finish with comprehensive words or interrogative words. I'm not teaching grammar here. I'm teaching only loosely conversation language. So these are words that are used especially in questions. Okay, it's very important just to get to know if someone uses that word, what it means. All right, these are question words in Chichewa. The first and most familiar one is Wanji, like I said before. Okay, in almost all the greetings you get this Wanji, B-W-A-N-J-I, Wanji. Okay, this one means how. Okay, so it's like you can't say, like for example, you see, I'm looking at how this word is used. Is different from English. Like in English, say, how are you? Okay, but in Chichewa we say Maswera Wanji. Okay, this word Wanji is coming at the end. So basically in Chichewa, the interrogative word is put at the end. Okay, it's not put at the beginning. This is common in many languages, especially Bantu languages, where interrogative word is put at the end. And I know also many some European countries, they have languages where they put interrogative or question word at the end of the sentence. So in this case, Wanji. Wanji means how. Okay? So this is not only used in greeting, it is used in many other things. Like for example, you can say Mkumva Wanji. Mtupi. Mkumva Wanji. How are you feeling? Okay, in the body, in your body. How are you feeling? Mkumva Wanji. So next to that one is Gian. Chinyanja is also shortcutted as Gian. Jani means what? Okay, so the word Gian. Okay, kodi mukufuna Gian, meaning that what exactly do you want? Kodi mukufuna Gian, what exactly do you want? Okay, or kodi mukufuna Jani, kodi mbadi mpange Jani. Okay, what did you want? What did you want me to do? What? That's what. All right. So the next one is ndani. Is for who, standing for who. Ndani, ndani, ndani is a person, like who. Okay. But the most interesting thing with this word ndani, this interrogative word can be used at the beginning of the sentence. This is actually different from most of the words that are question words. They are used at the end, but this one can be used at the beginning. Is frequently or oftenly used at the beginning of the sentence. So you have to take note of this, that this word ndani is usually used at the beginning of the sentence most frequently to make sense. Yeah. So ndani amene watenga zinthu apa. Ndani amene watenga zinthu apa. Ndani watenga zinthu apa. Who took my things here? Right? So that is safe. The next one is kuti. So this kuti, this word is very interesting word because it is also a conjunction. Right? Is a conjunction or descriptive word as well, but it is a question word, an interrogative word as well. So kuti means where. Right? Kuti, where? Right? In other languages like Shona, Ndebele, Zulu, Xhosa, they don't say kuti, they say kupi. So it's different, but you don't have to worry about that. Just know that in Chichewa we don't say P, but you say T, kuti. Right? The other word is this interrogative word, like which in English, is represented by several words. Like for example, it's represented by GT and represented by Janji. Okay, GT, Janji. Okay, these two words, not only two, I think there are three, should be 2 or 3 words represent which one. So when you say Nditenge cheat, meaning that which one must I take? Nditenge cheat. Kodi munipasa cheat. Which one are you gonna give me? Alright. Okay. So which represented by cheat and Janji. The next word, possibly the final one, or the last one of the interrogative words is why in English, right? But this one in Chichewa is represented by two words that are married. Chifukwa Gian. Okay. The same Gian that we found at the beginning, meaning what? It's like in proper English, in literal English, you can say for what reason? Alright? Chifukwa Gian. For what reason? Representing why. So there is no single word in Chichewa that stands for why. You have to mix two words together. Alright? Chifukwa Gian. Alright? Meaning why. It's very, very interesting and exciting. Alright, thank you so much everybody for watching this episode where I was teaching Chichewa. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to me by making a comment below and I will be able to answer you. I will be back with another episode of Chichewa. Excellent pronunciation, excellent word, and excellent explanations in the next episode. I'll be very, very glad to have all of you watching this channel and this tutorial to learn more about Chichewa, Chitonga, or Chinyanja language. Okay, it's just one language. All languages.